in the Kitchen with Jenna. Today I'm going to attempt to make a Mediterranean orzo salad. So this is just a fun summer salad. A lot of times you may have pasta salad in the summer, and this is just another recipe that you may want to try. I will start out by saying I've never made this before, but it looks really good and it seems somewhat simple, so I think I'm going to have a go at it. So the very first thing we're going to start with is making the dressing. And you can go and get yourself just some regular Greek dressing if you'd like, or you can make your own. I did actually look at this bottle and it's really not bad, surprisingly. The very first couple things: water, extra virgin olive oil, red wine vinegar, feta cheese. So this is really not a bad option if you want to just dump this in, but I am going to show you how to make this salad dressing today. And with last week, or the last episode I did, I forgot the red wine vinegar. We're going to start with that today. So first thing you're going to want is 1 cup of the red wine vinegar. So I'm just going to measure this out. I'm going to put it in our bowl. All of these ingredients can be found right at Hannaford or Shaw's, even Walmart. I don't go to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or anything like that when I do my shopping. Okay, so 1 cup of that, followed by 1 cup of olive oil. Today we're using the extra virgin olive oil, the delicate taste. Good for sauteing, frying, and baking. Well, we're making it as olive oil. I don't know, olive oil. What are we doing? We're making it as a dressing, but this one will work just fine. So 1 cup of this. And then next up, we're going to have 4 cloves of garlic. Well, I don't have any cloves hanging around. So I'm going to use minced garlic right here. I don't exactly, oh geez, I should have opened this beforehand. Oh, good. I don't exactly know how much 4 cloves would be, so I'm just going to go ahead, get a little spoonful, plop it right in. Good enough, right? All right, next up, 4 tablespoons of fresh basil. So we've got our basil right here. Again, 4 tablespoons, not entirely sure what that is. I'm going to chop off the little stem, and then I'm just going to kind of cut it. You know what might be easier is just to rip it. Looks good, right? I'm going to put a few more in. Yeah, this is easier if you just do it this way. We're all about convenience, folks, right? And I'm going to tell you a few of my tricks for convenience. Let's do 1 more. We can always add more if we need to. This is just to flavor it, I think, anyways. Okay. That should be enough. Good enough, right? Next up, we want half a cup of feta cheese. So we're going to use feta a little bit later too, but I'm going to put roughly half a cup. That looks about good right there. We're going to dump that in. I think I'm supposed to be mixing as I go, but it smells good. Already it smells good. It seems like a lot of dressing. I did that right? 1 cup red wine vinegar, 1 cup olive oil. All right. Next up is 6 tablespoons lemon juice. So got my lemon right here. I already washed it. I'm going to use my fancy dancy little kitchen tool right here to press the lemon juice. I love this thing. How about this? Should we raffle off one of these? Does anyone have one of these little top off, or honestly, I'm just going to go right through. Boom. And let's do the other half. Yeah, so if you don't have one of these little citrus, I don't even know what this kitchen gadget is called, but it helps get all the juice out. If you don't have one, email wellness@sjcme.edu. We'll raffle one off. All right, there's our lemon juice. Ta-da. Oh boy, I'm making a mess in here. Oh well. All right, mix this all up. Smells real good. All right, on to we're gonna set this aside. We'll put this on after. I could put it in one of those fancy little salad dressing things, but no, we're just gonna plop it in at the end. Okay, so moving on to the actual salad part. The first thing you're going to need is orzo. Now, orzo is not it's not pasta, it's not, I don't know what it is. It's not gluten-free, I know that, but you can get a gluten-free section, you can get a gluten-free option though. But anyways, you're supposed to boil it like you would maybe rice or pasta, but convenience factor number one, when you don't have time for that, you reach out to Uncle Ben and you get the ready rice. This has rice pilaf with orzo pasta. I put 2 of these in the bowl. All right, next up, you're going to need 1 small red onion. So I've got that right here. I cut it up in bigger chunks because sometimes people don't actually like onions. They can pick around it, but therefore they'll have the flavor of it. So I'm going to dump that right in. Awesome. After that, we have kalamata olives, a 1/2 cup, and what I did was I cut up each one. I love these things. It is so good. This will give you that Greek flavor too. Dump those right in. Next up, okay, folks, artichoke hearts. Yeah, this right here. This and Jenna do not get along. First off, I have no clue how to even, I don't even know what to do with this at all. Nothing. So, I don't know how you cook it. I don't know how you peel it. I don't know how you cut it. So convenient factor tip number 2, you can get artichoke hearts in a can. You drain the juice, you rinse them with water, you cut them up. They look like this to start with. I'm not sure if you can see that. But then I just went ahead and cut them all apart. So I'm just going to dump these right in. You're supposed to use a can. I'm using probably half the can just because A, I'm picky. B, I've never had these before, so I don't know if I'm going to like them. But I'm trying new things. And C, they're kind of, yeah, they're new, they're different, so I'm not using the whole can. But you can if you want. And if you know what to do with this, then go ahead and use this one. All right, next up, we have cherry tomatoes. Okay, so friends, who likes tomatoes, who doesn't like tomatoes? I like the tomato flavor, but I don't like the tomato texture. So yes, I did take an extra step. I'm actually going to come show you if I can do this without dumping it. So I cut all of my cherry tomatoes, but I got rid of the seeds because the seeds make it all gooey and slimy and watery, so I'm just using the tomatoes. So we can put that away. That'll just go right down to the trash. All right, plop those right in. This is getting very colorful, folks. Next up. Also, if you don't want to use cherry tomatoes, you can use sun-dried tomatoes for this recipe. Next up, we have a cucumber. So I just cut the cucumber up into little chunks, plop that right in. There's a lot of seeds in the cucumber that I had, so I started to take out some of the seeds. Maybe if I were to make this again, I would use a pickling cucumber because then there's less seeds. All right, next up, 1 of garbanzo beans or chickpeas. These are amazing. Plop those right in. After that, we have peperoncini, I think is what it's called. Again, I've never used it before. Had to call one of my students, ask him how to even cut these bad boys. I took a tiny taste. They're wicked spicy. So if you like spice, put all kinds in. If you don't like spice, only add a few. All right, next up, the remaining of the feta. So I'm gonna plop that all right in as well. And I think we're good to go. We just have to mix it around. So we've got the orzo, we have the cherry tomatoes, the kalamata olives, we have the artichoke heart, we have the cucumbers, the chickpeas, the feta, the peperoncini. And, ooh, it's looking good, folks. It is looking good. We're going to add in our dressing. Other things, again, I'm a little nervous. This seems like a lot of dressing for whatever it said to do it. We're going for it. All right. If you want, other things that you could add to this would be maybe some roasted red peppers. You could add some baby spinach. You could add some capers, anything like that. Yeah, I don't know about my salad creation to salad dressing. That may have been a little too much. Who knows? Maybe it's going to soak into everything. I think I wrote it down right. 1 cup red wine vinegar, 1 cup olive oil. Jeez. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Let me come around and show you. It looks great. It smells awesome. It's going to give you a good crunch with all of those veggies. Again, you can eat this as a side, or you can have this as your meal itself. Let me show you what it looks like. Mediterranean orzo pasta salad. I keep saying pasta. I don't really know if it's pasta. But that's it. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope I didn't forget important ingredients today. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you again soon. Hey guys, you hungry? I made something today.
What do you make?
For Chaos in the Kitchen, we have a Mediterranean orzo salad.
That's really good.
Any thoughts?
Really good.
Is it edible?
It was good.
All right.